Over budget, wrapped up in court, and it may not even work.
The 13 ABC I-Team has discovered a project that fits all those descriptions right here in Northwest Ohio. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty has been sifting through the details of this project for months, and he's live with what we learned and who's paying for it. Sean?
Yeah, it is a project that a lot of people in Fremont have been watching. Let's give you an idea of where it's located. It'll be off Buckland Avenue in Fremont, and people have been watching it so far go way over budget. And I want to show you one more thing that's really got the people of Fremont bugged these days. This is a monument right here to a project that isn't even finished. A project that some critics say will waterlog that community with debt.
It was absolutely gorgeous farmland, and now it's a huge, ugly hole in the ground.
Around Fremont, it's called the $1 Million Hole in the Ground, and that could only be the beginning. With the Ballville Dam in disrepair and the source of Fremont water, a decision needed to be made, and that solution was a reservoir. It's located here off Buckland Avenue in Fremont, which is the first problem, location.
I think so, yeah. Ill-conceived, shouldn't have been put there.
Location is a problem because of poor soil and rock in the area. The I-Team has discovered the city was warned about the problem. See for yourself. A letter from the USDA to then Mayor Terry Overmeyer in 2000. It's questioning any reservoir site in Ballville Township, saying the presence of sandy soils and shallow bedrock would be very difficult and expensive to overcome when constructing a reservoir. The I-Team looked for former Mayor Overmeyer to find out why the project went on, despite the warnings and the costs. We even knocked on his door, but got no response.
They had this getter done, damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead.
Fremont resident Joe Michaels has studied the project in detail. He is shocked that the project has gotten this far with all the warning signs. The I-Team has uncovered this email from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources in 2008. We still have questions about the amount of clay available and the geology of the area. It goes on to say, we think that it is very presumptuous to assume that a thick enough clay layer is continuous throughout the footprint of the reservoir. Possible yes, probably no.
More problems, more money is needed.
Ann Warner's property is right next door to the project. She has watched the ongoing construction day and now night.
We've spent this much money, but we have to make it right, and this is never going to be right.
Not only is she worried about the reservoir and the water that it's supposed to hold, but what about the cost? Let's sort through that budget for you. The original budgeted amount was about $12 million. Then it moved to $17 million. Mayor Ellis now says they have spent $31 million so far, but another $5.5 million still needed to complete it.
Well, it's a little late to make it a cost-effective project.
The I-Team also discovered 2 lawsuits that could push the project even further over budget. The suits come from contractors. One was fired from the project. The other says the work cost much more than the budgeted amount because of the ground conditions. Those two combined, about $18 million more.
If we get judgments against us in the lawsuits, we have to borrow the money to pay those lawsuits.
So who does pay for all this mess? Unfortunately, it's the water customers of Fremont. Already, a 10% increase has been proposed for residents, 6% for businesses. Mayor Ellis says he's getting a sense from residents that they just want the project over with and see if it works.
Will the reservoir be a long-term asset for the community? That's the issue we were looking at. Because
what do you think?
I hope so.
So why not just stop the project, cut your losses, and move on to something else? We asked the mayor that, and he said basically there are loans, grants, even stimulus money tied into this plan, and if you stop it, you have to pay the money back, and you might have to pay it back pretty quickly. Reporting live, Sean Haggerty, 13 ABC Action News.
What a mess. All right, Sean, thank you. Well, weather-wise today, crisp, cool, but we did